Good afternoon, this is my third video and it's about is the internet making us bad readers? So I'm going to explain that if this article is true or false. So we have 50 odd posts of internet on Facebook and Twitter, mostly skimmed, a recap of Sunday football action, 4 emails, 2 full news articles plus the rest of the headlines and subtitles of the front page, a fake news article too, throughout an online chat with a friend, and a few text messages thread with another. That's the diet of we consumed this morning, and we put a figure out how to happen this easy. Looking back on it remind me of those all daytime talk show segments about parents who let their massive obese kids and eat entire pizza page or gallons of ice cream for lunch. We are proud of it, but we also know we are far from alone. Your reading habits may not actually mirror mine, and my most dilated is satiable and distracted. But no doubt they've also gotten worse over the past few years of increased internet connectivity. Like that per kids ice cream, it's all harmless fun until you find yourself thinking of empty, endless calories every day, as many of us now do. We can no longer deny to pernicious cognitive effects of reading online. Last July, yet another study of a subject was released, but one by research at Victoria University of Wellington in New Zealand. The title is Google making us stop it? The impact of the internet on reading behavior promise a clear verdict, and indeed the data is persuasive. They found that when participants read offline, they perform better in concentration, comprehension, absorption, and recall. Online readers performed better in only one category, total words consumed. Lead research Val Hooper took the findings as an important to raise a flag of course, but not the concern you might think. Instead of degrading the mind-numbing consequence of shifting our rabid habits online, Hooper stressed that old-fashioned linear reading culture, comprised parents, teachers, scholars, and authors who tend to read and write a manner requiring compression and recall large because they've developed and maintain an ability to focus on text for more than a minute or two at a time. Is holding back the next generation of digital native youngsters. The structure of much of what we are reading is inappropriate for the way in which we are receiving information now. Hopper's warning in a press release accompanying the study, we need to learn how to read and write digitally, as well as how to effectively interpret and retain information was read online. If you think about how we are training our children to read, they are being trained by those who were trained in the linear fashion, so it will take a last generation for significant change to happen. Harper's logic is symptomatic of our era. We are so interested by the premise of the internet that was explained why any evidence of the medium's negative effect as the mere growing pains of a glorious new digital consequence, as with utopian versions of previous centuries, However, the shape of a digital dreams is necessary equipped to navigate the rocks banks of human nature. In this case, a neural architect that is in many ways fundamental unsuited of a overstimulated, always online environment. Allow me to refer a constructing vision. The internet is an amazing creation. Yes, a testament to human ingenuity in the delivery of both everybody necessities and junk. So it's the McDonald's drive-through. Both entities have by now been recognized as adjectives of harmful infrequence too often. Over the past few decades, we've come to widespread awareness of what fast food does to our bodies. If we want to maintain the kind of thoughtful, reflective encouragement that engineered the internet is the first place, it's time to face up to what ending online is doing our brains. Modern life is supposed to finish every longer. For instance, you especially if you are reading this online, are probably by now facing a decision point: read, skim, or click away. Like any writer, appreciate your patronage, even is the smaller quantum of readily consideration. At the risk of seeming ready, however, I like to ask more, and just not for me, but the whomever and whatever you plan to read today. I want your sustained and focused attention, and press calmly and no, to help you to trust me with. Let me see you at a few points, like the point one. I'm not a old crank, born in 1982. I'm actually a leading edge of the so-called millennial generation. As such, I learned to read and look books in a world without websites. The internet arrived in my home, and I've been using it daily since the beginning of the school. I can imagine getting by without it. The second point, I'm not here to. That's an example. That I'm saying an example of opinions than another person. So the point two, he said that I'm not here to judge. I struggled with my own reading habits, as not about. For a couple of years, Rowling coinciding with the recent sharp rise the amount of time average American spends looking at screen every day, from 7.5 hours in 2010 to 9.5 in 2013. I was not reading my usual lot of books either. I rationalized the drop-off by reference my ravenous consumption of internet reading material. I'm a writer. Reading of Reading is one of my stocks in trade. I can only imagine that recent years of increasing connection have meant for more casual readers. The number three. I'm not Ludi. I don't think we should go back to send business correspondence through the postal service, budging hardcover encyclopedia sets and annual in-depth volumes, or making pen and ink drawing of our branch plates to share with friends around the hearth while someone puts out of tune on a family piano, like antibiotics and industrial farming. The internet is born to civilization and for many of us to our personal quality of life. There's no going back, but as with other technology advances, the internet also offers pitfalls that change of develop better habits, among which we should include the conscious cultivation of a breadth with offline reading. So we can say the is Google making us stupid, or is making the internet making us stupid? It's not a new question. Type into your search bar and you may not get a strong answer. So in conclusion, we can say the internet it's a good tool because the internet helps us to find the answer of too many problems, to help to search something. Of course, we can buy in the internet the marketing online, but the internet is bad too because they make us concentrating only the internet and we don't read the physical books or another like this because we forget the normal books and we don't read that and we only put attention in the internet, the news, videos, where Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, we only see that. So we forget to feed our brain with knowledge. So that's all. That's my video of is the internet making us bad readers. So I hope you like and see you later. Thank you.